report were upward revisions to prior months, which show that jobs have been growing a little bit above 440,000 per month for the last 3 months. Now, this jobs growth was broad-based across a number of industries. Importantly, the leisure and hospitality industry, a bellwether for the services recovery. In addition, we saw jobs gains in manufacturing, specifically in the auto manufacturing sector, in construction, in professional services, and in healthcare. While this report is great news and suggests that the expansion is well underway, there are some question marks in the labor market, specifically relating to the difficulty of firms finding and hiring workers. Now, in most recessions, we see the labor force participation decline. And of course, we've seen that in this recession, labor force participation is about 4 million people fewer than prior to the pandemic. Now, generally speaking, it is assumed that these workers will come back to the labor force during the expansion. However, there are 2 factors due to COVID that raise questions about these returning workers. The first is regarding long COVID. Secondly, there is the lack of childcare. We have 10% fewer childcare workers than prior to the pandemic, and this impacts not only those workers, but people with children under the age of 6 who need childcare in order to go back to work. So of that 4 million people missing from the labor force, there's up to 2 to 2.5 million people that are impacted by COVID that may not return over the next 6 to 12 months, or may even take longer to return if they return at all. And this, of course, suggests that there is less labor market slack than the participation rate would suggest on its face.